Hello, everyone. I'm Robin Quinville. I'm Director of the Global Europe Program here at the Woodrow Wilson Center. And we are joined today by Gabriele Goldfuss, who is a representative of the City of Leipzig. She heads their organization that focuses on cultural and international work for the City of Leipzig. She was originally born in Nuremberg, but moved to Leipzig many years ago, and she has been engaged with the City of Leipzig and its cultural outreach since the year 2001. So we are very delighted to have her here with us today. Gabriele, thank you for joining us. It's a pleasure to see you.
Thank you for having me here today.
So for our listeners, I just want to place Leipzig in the world for them. Leipzig is the largest city in the Eastern German state of Saxony, which we actually refer to as Mitteldeutschland.
Yes, correct.
It is an important crossroads. It was part of the state of Saxony as part of East Germany, but since the fall of the wall, of course, it has been a fundamental part of Germany as a whole. It has a real footprint in the region and a historic role in the region, and that is what has made it also such a center for culture. But one of the things that Americans will know about Saxony, especially if they've been watching our videos, is that it is also an area which has seen the rise of both far right and far left parties. And we saw that in the elections in Saxony in 2024, and we've seen that also now in the most recent federal elections. So one of the things I wanted to ask you from your long perspective dealing with these issues is what are the key issues that are driving the discussion in your part of the world and in Leipzig? Can you help us understand a little bit about what voters are thinking of in that area?
Thank you very much for this very difficult and complex question, and I think we just can get to a few points of it now. Saxony is a very old kingdom, a very strong part of Germany. Maybe some of the American people who watch this our talk today, they know Bavaria very well, but you can compare the Saxon king at a time. He measured himself with the French king Louis XIV and even the Ming Empire. He was king of Poland, and he had an extreme power in this part of Germany, and in the 18th, 19th century, because also there was Saxony is very rich in metals, silver, gold, uranium. Later on, was a highly developed economic region. The driving force of Germany's industrialization. Most of you may know the Ruhr, but everything, the car industry, the aviation, everything actually came from Saxony. And Leipzig was liberated 80 years ago by the American army. Later on, it was traded to some part of Berlin, so the people still remember this very strongly in GDR times. And GDR did not so badly economically in the socialist hemisphere, but the people in Leipzig, they were not happy, and the Saxons especially were disappointed with the economic development. So one driving force of the peaceful revolution in 1989, which brought this government down in the end and brought the wall down, was that the people really hoped that a unification with a strong economic partner in the West would also bring this shift, bring the country up again, would bring new economic strength and prosperity, And actually, this is what not happened. If you go there today, you will see beautiful, beautiful villages. Everything is nicely restored, but there is no industry, there is no economic power, and the people are extremely disappointed. The industry which remained in GDR time was closed down during the 90s to bring up something new, which we are trying in the cities. There's a lot of research and startups, but that needs to grow, and global competition is very hard, and there is no headquarter of any notable German company in the eastern part of Germany, and especially not in Saxony. So the people, they are fed up with being the poor brother or sister at the German table, and they feel disappointed. It's about lost promises. They feel that the government, especially the federal government, is not strong enough. They don't address their issues properly. They don't listen to when they have different opinions. Like, for example, the migration issue. It's always seen as something really negative, and they don't know that, especially the Saxons, they talk a lot to their immediate neighbors in Czech Republic and in Poland, and that they get also influenced by their point of view of some of the possible solutions for this huge challenge. It's not that they don't like foreigners, but it's just that they want to be listened to and that they want to be part of the discussion. And so, yes, I would say the economic development is an important reason. The fact that you are not listened to properly, that there is not enough people in the power structures of the Federal Republic representing the East. It's not enough to have an envoy for East German affairs, and the people are very proud. It's maybe kind of the Texans of Germany, and they want to be listened to and not be treated as some poor relative that you have to feed, but they want to do things by themselves. And as the people have already gotten rid of a system which they did not like, now they are looking for alternatives, and therefore they are ready to listen to people that will tell them that they have a better solution than the ones they've been used to during the last years. So I would say the people are very open. They want to see whether there is another solution than the ones that we've tried over the last years. Pandemic, of course, was a very strong trigger to the people felt that they were in Germany every state could decide what sort of laws would be were relevant, and what was allowed, what was not allowed. And the people just said that they have not been asked. Like in GDR times, you're making decisions undemocratically, and you have just to behave accordingly. And this was a very, very important moment during these last years. And regional differences in Germany this is our DNA, and look at Bavaria. That CSU is also a very different party from the CDU, and so let's wait and see what will happen in the future. Germany's reunification is 35 years now, so it's not the end of history. We will see an ongoing transformation in the eastern part, but we definitely need more prosperity and more economic power in Eastern Germany to get the people back into the conversation.
You've laid out such a challenge for the incoming federal government, which will be a coalition government between the CDU, CSU, and the SPD if the current configuration holds through the coalition negotiations. So that will be a major challenge for them. For you, at the sub-regional level, for Leipzig, how is Leipzig trying to attract this kind of economic development and to build that prosperity and to try to listen to its citizens? How are they looking at that future?
Of course, Leipzig is different from the rest of Saxony. We are the fastest growing city in Germany, whereas the 19 of, according this, I think this is an article which I read in the New York Times, 19 of the oldest regions in Europe are actually situated in the eastern part of Germany, and most of them in Saxony, because of this huge transformation and the demographic shift after the reunification, when all the industries broke down, all the young people left. So the ones that remained and that could have children today, they aren't there to have any children. So it's really a pity to see how empty Eastern Germany has become. And especially Saxony, which was densely populated actually until the end of the GDR. But Leipzig is a different model. We are attracting a lot of young people, fastest growing, as I said, and youngest. Actually, we are, which is really hard to understand. We are the youngest German big city.
You have a university there, though.
Yes, we have a university. We have lots of startups. We have a lot of research institutions. We have a thriving cultural life, and I hope that we, as city government, are also having our stake in that we are. That we are doing the things the way the people really want them. And one is also to reach out internationally, to be very much engaged in Europe, to identify the best models of running a city, of bringing good people into our networks, of also going transatlantic to see what the solutions of the United States are. We are listening closely to what transformations are going on now, and try to understand what is happening, how this will trickle down on our level, how we have to translate that to our population. It's good we have this American consulate general which is there, which also helps us better understand and finding also good instruments to not only talk to our local population in the city, but also in the whole region of three states. But we also want to come out ourselves to in this very crucial moment of history to make the right decisions and to keep our city fit also for the future, because Leipzig has always been one of the most important cities in German history. Over 1,000 years we were amongst the richest, the most dynamic, the most cultural developed cities in Germany, and believe me or not, we want to stay that. We don't believe in an end of Germany or an end of Europe. We think that we just have to really speed up decisions and try to bring in the best ideas to move forward.
You know, for Americans, I think that many of them, when they think of Leipzig, they will think of you as that city of culture, right? The city of Bach, the city of Schiller. Okay, some will think of RB Leipzig.
Okay, of course, yes.
Because football is important. Yes, even though my team is Union in Berlin, I know.
Sorry, it was a nice conversation until now.
But they will think of you as that cultural powerhouse. The Leipzig Book Fair, for example, also. So, with all of that, in this very important moment for the transatlantic relationship, how are you leveraging Leipzig's cultural strength, and how are you bringing that into the transatlantic relationship?
Just one word about soccer. I mean, actually, we are really looking forward to the World Cup in the States next year, and we try to be present as much as possible. And RB Leipzig is a good example of how a very soccer-loving part of the Germany was just like disappearing completely from the Bundesliga. No a club was there, and then zack, there comes RB Leipzig like a miracle, builds it up from. We have our traditional clubs, and they're still not really happy that now there is RB Leipzig, but it's such an identity building development. And if there
it's
is
doing so well too.
this year they could do a little better, but I don't wanna. I will get no. I think they're doing very, very well. And if there are matches, then the whole of Saxony and the neighboring regions drive into that. It really makes the people proud again, and it really helps them to identify with our region. It's great. We have all these international players coming, and then you have also the US club and the Brazilian club and the Austrian club, and they're exchanging, and there's this huge training center in Leipzig. It has also developed beautifully in the urban structures of one part of the city. So I think this plays an important role and explains maybe again why it is so important to have these success stories, why success is necessary to bring the people behind you and to lead them properly, and to also make their life more prosperous, and also to help a region to develop better. And culture, of course, it's not just a little nice add-on thing, which when we have a lot of money, then we can also afford some culture. No, it is like the most precious things that one has. I'm a woman, and so I like jewelry and the things that you inherit from your grandmother and your ancestors. You won't sell them so easily. You will stick to them. This is what makes your family tradition. It makes you proud, and you have a lot of remembrance and identity. And so our cultural structures are definitely decisive for the future of our city. They have modeled Leipzig, like the St. Thomas Boys Choir, more than 800 years of history, and now they are out on their 5th tour to the US, all sold out as far as I hear the concerts, and this is the main reason why I came here. But now I have left the tour to come to Washington to really learn more, as I just explained, about what's going on, and to help also to bring this message back to our mayor and to our councillors. But cultural life is what makes Leipzig so special, and it's the music, of course, the city of Bach, of Mendelssohn. Richard Wagner was born there, but we also have an amazing visual art tradition, the book tradition, the theaters. There's the modern arts and clubbing scene. We have the world largest Wave Gothic festival in our city. So thousands of people from all over the world flock in for like 5 days in Leipzig every year. So culture is our brand, and we are proud, and it's nothing that we didn't sell the culture when it was really, really hard after reunification, and we had an unemployment rate which honestly was close to 50%. Wow. We didn't sell anything then, and we will not sell, or we will not get rid of anything of our cultural life today.
You are heading to Houston next.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a chance to tell us why.
Houston is our American sister city. I've already referred to Texas. I really like Texas. I've been there very, very often. And for over 35 years, we are sister cities now. We have regular visits from Houston. Former Mayor Turner, for example, that unfortunately passed away only a few days ago, Sylvester Turner, unexpectedly. I will take part in the funeral on Saturday, representing our mayor there. For example, we have been discussing issues of flood protection, of housing, of how to bring people back into housing, how how to create affordable housing. The climate issues are very important between the two cities. Houston is not just the capital of traditional energy solutions, but also of the most modern and advanced and climate-friendly solutions. So this is something that we are really very much interested in. We went 2 years ago with our current Foreign Secretary, Mrs. Baerbock. We went on a trip to Houston to really get in depth of this, and but we also, of course, have the cultural relations. We have religious relations. As the city of Bach, we have very strong Lutheran traditions in Leipzig, and so we connect the music and the religious life. It's the people actually who make it happen together with us as the administration. And Houston is such a thriving city, and sometimes we're a bit jealous because we aren't as fast moving and as fast growing as Houston is, but still we think that we match beautifully because we have the same DNA. We don't want to be in Germany you sit on your laurel, so sit on your achievements, but we want to move forward to get better achievements. And when next year Houston is hosting the Soccer World Cup, we hope to bring lots of visitors in, and we had the European soccer tournament and some of the matches in Leipzig last year. So we had specialists and from the organizational team of Houston in Leipzig to see how we're doing how we are handling the fans, how we do the press, how we do the security, the mobility, the people that come in and are all over the streets, and how we handle them. So yeah, sister city relationships are very concrete, and we try to have an ongoing conversation of all the relevant issues. Also the medical center in Houston is very much appealing. We have one of the most important German medical centers and medical universities. And the biotechnology is one of our main clusters in our city. So there is really high level research being done in Leipzig, and of course counterparts are in Houston, and they are coming together. And as administration, we facilitate these encounters, but we also try to bring in schools and young people, and we use our German American Institute also to spread to more into the digital world and media. So yeah, it's fun. Sister city relationships, if you do them well, it's really fun, and everyone who takes part will have a benefit.
Dr. Gabriele Goldfuss, thank you so much for taking time out of your very busy schedule in the U.S. to come here for this discussion, to give us some insight into both your region, your city, and how you are fostering the transatlantic relationship in a people-to-people way. We wish you every success in Houston.
Thank you very much, and I really do hope that, especially on the subnational level, we are going very strong this year and the coming years, and to make the transatlantic relationships even more interesting.
Thank you.